Lesson 51, decimal part of a number. Now remember, I told you about this important equation. Now we're going to do the same equation, but instead of a fraction, we're going to use decimal. So let's translate the example. It says, what decimal part, so I put a D, of multiplication 240 is equals 90. Now in this case, they're asking for a decimal. So instead of putting as a fraction, I actually have to divide. So I'll do it here on the side. Since both of them have a 0, I can get rid of it. And then I'm going to start. I cannot divide 9 divided by 24, so I put a decimal point. And then is 90. 90 divided by 24 is 3, which is 72. We subtract and we get 18. Then we bring down another 0, which would be 180. And in this case, it's going to be 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 2 is 14. And plus 2 is 16. Then we bring down another 0. And the answer is 5, which in this case is 120. And there's no remainder. So the decimal that we're looking for is 375 thousandths. In the next example, it says 4/10. Now I could write 4/10 as a fraction, but since we're working with decimals, let's write it as a decimal, 4/10 of what number n is equals 72. Now since we want to leave n by itself, we'll pass the 0.4 or the 4/10 to divide. So we'll do it here on the side. Now remember that since we have to move this decimal here, I have to multiply times 10 both numbers. So now I'm actually dividing 720 divided by 4. So 7 divided by 4 is 1. Then I bring down the 2, and that is 8, because 8 times 4 is 32, and then the 0. So in this case, the number that we're looking for is 180, and that's our answer. And 51.3 is the same, but notice that in this case it says that 4/10 of 72 is what number? So the n is already by itself, so all we have to do is multiply 72 times 4/10. Now be careful not to get confused here and divide. It's ready to multiply. So we multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 7 is 28. And there is one decimal, so the answer is 28.8. And that's our answer. Another very simple lesson. Make sure you have it very clear, and then you can move on. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson.